What's going on, guys? This is Sidney Cumbie once again doing yet another makeup video, another self-application makeup video. Today I'm going to be using a lot of products provided by Thomas Surprenant. If you're looking for some great prosthetic paints, some great prosthetics, some great bloods, I mean, he has everything you can imagine. Go to effectswarehouse.info and check out Thomas Surprenant's amazing products. So I'm using a lot of his products today, probably some of his bloods, as well as his prosthetic paints, and a prosthetic that he's given me. He gave me a couple of these things. And I pre-painted most of it, just a semi-flesh tone. It's not the best. I'm just gonna try to make it work the way I painted it. So it's supposed to be a ripped out cheek, and I'm gonna put some teeth in here, whatever right there that we casted. And I just painted it, sort of a generic, just really easy paint job, nothing special. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to actually paint it when it's on me as well, because it's on my neck and I'm not going to be able to move much. I think I'm going to have to be like this. And yes, I have my shirt off. It's going to be hard as heck to have a shirt on when I do this. But this prosthetic is way too small for me, by the way. It's just, I mean, even the jawbone, everything is way too small for me, but I gotta make it work. We'll see if it works. It's not generic enough for my face. I hope it works. I don't know. It could be a disaster in which you probably will never see this video. Or maybe you will. But if it doesn't work around my neck, I'm just gonna put on collared shirts and just put blood everywhere. Hide edges, you're a zombie. The good thing about being a zombie, having this, is it's very easy to hide edges with blood and gore, and just put some latex over the top of it or something, and boom, you got a wound. So this is a fun night for me. This is what I'm doing. This is a Friday night. It's not too late right now, but I have begun the drinking. Yeah. Because I like to have a beer or two when I do some makeup. Don't judge me. As you can see, I'm being a weirdo and I'm drinking out of a straw. I'm not going to be able to drink when I get this prosthetic on, because it's going to be pulling my mouth down. So I don't. And I forget to explain this, but if you're wondering why I look ahead when I'm doing my makeup, I know I mentioned it in some of my videos, but the reason I look ahead is because I got a big screen TV right here that has my face on it. So I can actually see what the makeup looks like, what to apply. I do have a little mirror right here. It's a tiny mirror though. So it's awesome to have this in front of me so that I can actually see what's going on. So don't be distracted because I'm looking forward. You'll probably also see me drinking some energy drinks. I'm not really a fan of energy drinks, but I need to get my boost on to do this makeup. So I'm probably just gonna try to speed through this. I hope it works out. I might be using all kinds of products today. I'm mostly gonna be using Tom's products, but I'll probably be using some European Body Art airbrush, and then some PPI palettes like this, like a zombie palette or something like that. Yeah, just because I want to experiment. I never applied something this big, especially on my neck. It's going to be a lot of work. I don't know if it's going to work. It could be a total failure, in which you'll never see this video. I'm kind of delirious already, if you can't tell. And, I mentioned myself. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, that's it. Here it goes, guys. Alright, so here I am pre-painting the piece with some Thomas Surprenant's prosthetic paint. Some awesome stuff. This is his anatomy colors, so I'm doing some deep muscle, some bone colors, and a little bit of flesh colors. I know these videos are going super quick, and I just want you to catch the gist of it. I want you to see how I do everything, so I don't really want to cut anything out. And if you have any questions, guys, just don't hesitate to ask. I mean, I'll answer anything. Email me or message me on the YouTubes, and I'll let you know exactly what you need to know. But this is one of Tom's pieces that he gave me to use. I have a couple of these, so I might apply more of them. But that's also Doug Jones' head right there. That's what I paint prosthetics on. This is a cracked life cast, so I use that to set prosthetics on and to paint on. Alright, now we're getting started here. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just painting on a tons of Pros-Aide with just like a fan brush, just to get a ton of Pros-Aide on my skin, because I'm just going to glue my skin with some Pros-Aide and then stick it on like I did right here. So what I did is I just laid the prosthetic on my chin, and it stuck because the Pros-Aide is dry and it will automatically stick. And now I'm just trying to fit it to my face. This prosthetic is a little bit too small for me, but I'm just fitting it on there. And if you set down a prosthetic on your face and it's not in the right position, you can always get a little bit of 99% alcohol and sort of lift it back. Just stick a brush up under there with a little bit of 99% alcohol and it'll lift it up for you. Right at what I'm in the neck piece right here, I figured I was just gonna hide all of the bad edges with a shirt, because there was just too many bad edges on the bottom to fix and to patch. So I wasn't even gonna worry about getting some really good edges at the bottom. I figured there was gonna be a shirt over it anyways, so no worries. Alright, as you can see right here, I'm laying down the edges with some Pros-Aide. I'm basically just going over the edges, just globbing Pros-Aide on. You know, again, this doesn't have to be super perfect or anything. You are going to grunge up the skin. This is a zombie, so I'm just like quickly laying down these edges, like super quick, just going over them with a lot of Pros-Aide. It doesn't even matter. Like, I'm just like, it'll work out. So I'm just tossing Pros-Aide over it. And now what I'm doing right here is I have I'm using a sponge with a little bit of water on it, a little bit of water and a little bit of Pros-Aide to sort of texture the edges and pull up some of that Pros-Aide so there's not so much. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm actually stippling Pros-Aide on the edges to, you know, this also helps hiding bad edges. I'm just stippling around how this is going to help blend it. And now I'm using some Bondo. Bondo is Cabosil and thickened Pros-Aide mixed together, and if you put it on the edges, like really bad edge, you'll be able to, it'll basically hide a really terrible edge. And so I'm putting a little bit of that on in some places. You know, not super necessary, but because this is a zombie, but or especially around my lip, that really didn't fit well around my lip, so hiding some of the edges with some Bondo stipple. And now I'm going into Tom's flesh tones. These are the lighter flesh tones, and I'm using the same color that I painted the prosthetic with. So I'm just, you know, covering the edges with that color and blending it to my face. This is the type of packs that Tom makes. It's pretty amazing. It's my favorite packs to use. So make sure you guys go check it out. It's amazing. And I know I'm not doing my exact skin color. I'm just doing a roundabout color, skin tone color, because I'm gonna go back over it with some other products to lighten my skin to make it a little bit more yellow. I know there's a lot of yellow in this skin color, so that's what I'm doing right there. Now I got me a little brush. I got me a little brush right here, and I'm just making the eyes sickly. This is my underpainting. Because I'm gonna go over the top of this numerous times. So this is just painting that I'm doing up under, so just to do layers. And of course, you're doing the I'm just making myself look sick. Putting some red around the nose, putting some red in some other places up under my eyes, and then I'm using a little finger brush to sort of blend it. It's one of Tom's awesome Delium Tools brushes, one of his little finger brushes. Amazing. And now I'm going in around the ears with a little bit of purple, around the mouth with a little bit of purple, because I like to do purple in the ears and around the mouth, the bottom of the nose, and everything like that. And as you saw right there, I just brought up a PPI Skin Illustrator palette. That palette is going to be the Grunge palette. What I'm using out of that palette right now, I'm using like a like a yellowish rice paper color to stipple on my skin with a large stipple brush, and this is gonna give me my dull zombie skin tone. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get I'm trying to unify my whole face with one tone, and then I'll make it look more like a skin tone by doing some variations of flaking and spattering and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm using, it's actually in the grunge palette, this color is called Sand. It's a good zombie color. I like it because it's a little jaundice color, and I wanted to go more of almost like a skin tone jaundice color with this zombie rather than doing a really pale or like a blue zombie. So I'm still just up, and now right here I'm using my Iwata airbrush, and I'm using some Endura paint to give me some like little highlights. Again, I'm doing some undercoloring basically, and I'm just doing around my nose, around my eyes, and this is a purple color by Endura European Body Art, and I'm and then I'm doing some little patterns around the face. You'll see me doing squigglies around my face just to break up stuff, make it more of a skin tone. Just doing squigglies everywhere, and anywhere I think that needs to be shadowed, I add some of this purple in there. So you'll see where the purple's showing up, and it's really breaking up the skin rather than making it all that one solid color. And now I think I'm going in with some spatter. This is my Pache H brush. This is a good spatter brush. You turn it down really low, and then you use just different colors to spatter on the skin to sort of break up solid colors, and so this is just going to give me a good skin texture. So I like to use like blacks. I use some red, and I use either blue or purple to sort of spatter on the skin. Sometimes I use white too, just to toss in another color. And this is going really fast, guys. You can keep up. Now I'm using my Iwata again to do a little bit more details. So I'm going in around the eyes with the Iwata, and I'm doing squigglies around the face. And again, you can use the Pache or just a chip brush like I'm doing here to do some spattering. Now I'm doing some red spattering with a chip brush because I wanted more a thicker spatter. Alright, now I'm going in with the blood. This is Tom's blood palette, and what's in this palette is there's all kinds of, there's like gel bloods, there's like really fresh out of the vein blood. Right here I'm using actually a gel blood. This is a really dark, like a dark brown black gel blood. I really like it because what I can do with when I put water on it, it'll really make it look pretty darn awesome. So I'm putting it on the edges of the wound and and deep in the wound. And then I'm gonna go in with right here. I'm actually gluing in the teeth. So this is where the teeth that we cast, I'm putting them in the jaw. And then I'll add some blood. So now I'm going to use some lighter blood in here, and I'm going to try to drip it over the bone. And this is some of Tom's, just regular blood that he has. And I decided to use some Premier Products Fleet Street blood because I love that blood so much. So that's what I'm putting into the wound right here. So I'm putting in a ton of Fleet Street blood and letting it drip over the cheek, and then I sort of thin it out a little bit, make it look like it's supposed to be there instead of like I put it there. So I'm using all kinds of blood from his palette as well as the PPI palette. Our PPI blood. And so you see how it's dripping and everything right there? I'm spraying water onto it so that it trails down the skin, so it looks really washy, like I've been sweating and it's just disgusting, it's falling off. And so now I'm going up under the eyes again, just darkening it up and making me look more zombie-esque. I don't like to do the big rings around the eyes unless I have a big prosthetic on. Got the contacts in, making it a lot more bloody. This is actually looking pretty good. The ears look good. I like how gory it looks. It doesn't look too bad. And I'm using the water. And then once you see the red little squirt thing, that has glycerin in it, so it's going to give me like a little bit more shine. So I'm squirting some glycerin on there. I'm putting some blood in some areas and then water in it, making it drip, just to make my skin a little bit more grungy. It's looking really good, really good. All right, check that out. I'm nearly done. I did this makeup pretty darn quick. Just throwing some highlights in some areas, some blood in some areas, making me look more gory. And it looks pretty good. And I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do with the teeth. And I'm trying different teeth stains right here that I make. And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm drinking a beer. But so I try in my zombie teeth that I made, and I just don't think it goes with it. So I take out the zombie teeth, and I end up painting the teeth with some Fleet Street Premier Products tooth stain, which I love. And I'm just using some like nicotine and some like brown colors, and it's looking really good. Yeah. I'm just using a little bit of the yellow, the nicotine, the brown. I mean, it's going to show up a little bit, but I'm going to use a teeth stain up under it. Or, one of my two stains over the top, so it gives it a little bit more. And this is it, guys. This is the final look. Sorry, the video is so quick, but this is what I got to do. And I just want to thank you guys for watching. This was pretty awesome to do. I love the makeup. Well, I mean, there's some things I would change about it, but overall, it came out. All right, guys. Catch you later. Just want to thank you guys for watching. This is a blast. Ooh, that was a good one. I don't think this makeup is as good as I wanted it to be. I mean, it's definitely alright. It's not bad, but I had a hell of a time applying this thing. I thought I did it pretty quickly, so I think that's pretty cool, but man, what can I say? Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys check out Thomas Serpenat's all of his products, because I used all of his bloods. I used this is his anatomy colors, which I painted this with. His slush stone colors, which I blended with. I also used like some Fleet Street drying blood. Fleet Street is amazing. And if you guys saw me squirting stuff, this is like glycerin and water. This just gives me a little bit of shine. You know, and I like my zombies to be a little disgusting. So look at it here, a little disgusting indeed. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. So glad this thing came out.